baby, would you really go ahead and go ahead? And would you go ahead and go ahead? And would you go ahead and go ahead and go ahead? And would you go ahead and just go ahead and cry? So I'm currently whispering because I don't want to bother other people in the campground, but I just wanted to come in here and show you guys how bad the mold really is in my trunk area. Over here in this general area right here was where I would basically put all of my clothes, and my clothes were so like packed in so tightly that obviously there wasn't any airflow. So it did get on the wood that was in this area, so that's fine. It's very easy for me to replace all of the wood that was right here. It's not that expensive, so that's good. But in certain areas you can kind of see where the mold has kind of crept through. Even like right here, the mold has kind of crept through a lot of different areas, so I just have to like really give it a good look. It's very dirty. I'm not sure where all this dirt came from, probably because of my drain. That's probably where that dirt came from. But yeah, back here it was always this messy. I didn't really get a chance to like vacuum it very well before I packed up and left California. But I'm definitely going to take this chance to pack up my stuff really well and clean it before I put my stuff back in here. But yeah, this carpet is also very moldy. I kind of just noticed that because the wood was sitting right on top of this carpet. So as you can see, let me zoom in even more because I don't want to touch this stuff. I did bring gloves, but I just wanted to come in here and show you guys really quick. Yeah, that's mold. That's a lot of mold actually. So I'm probably most likely going to be throwing away this carpet. But yeah, this whole back area needs a deep clean. But as we come over here, there is mold over here where I missed. I am gonna have to remove the flooring, as you can see also. There we go. So this is all of the crumbs and whatnots that has been left over. So yeah, I'm really glad that I'm doing this cleaning because you really don't know what can be hiding under the surface. So I'm probably going to be doing these cleanings every 3 months. But yeah, it is pretty bad, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. You guys can roast me in the comments. This is pretty freaking bad. Over here was probably the worst because I was trying to figure out how it was spreading to these doors over here, but it's probably because it is spread through this area, this little gaping hole right here. But over here, this is where the factory car jack lives, and as you can see, the car jack got extremely rusty. So I'm gonna see if I can clean that up. But if I don't know if you guys can really tell if I zoom in here, but yeah, also very moldy in here as well, even in the back area here. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to clean all of that up, but I am going to do my best to do so. It's even moldy inside of the car jack. It's very rusty. But yeah, as you can see, there's condensation buildup right here as well. Or I'm gonna peel off all of the floor panelings and I'm going to lift them off, and we are going to see what's hiding underneath the floors. So fingers crossed that it's not too bad. From what I've seen underneath these both sides is that it's not really bad. I'll probably actually put the camera up there just to see what it's looking like, to see if I even have to lift this up. But I'm more concerned with this area because this area has came in very close contact with the mold. So I do want to lift up the floor panels. I don't know who I think I am. All I know is when you see me looking like this, just know I'm getting it done. Okay? But I decided to take y'all with me to see this floor. So far I have took out all of the, I'll probably just do a voiceover because I don't want to talk because I don't want to like disturb the other residents. So I'll probably just do a voiceover, but I cleaned the floor. None of the floorboards had any mold on it. Maybe just a little bit on a small piece of one of the floorboards. So I'm just going to clean that off with Lysol. But yeah, none of the floorboards had any mold on it. So I have them sitting against the wall right here. And then I'm going to remove the actual subflooring in my van. All right, so this is all of the floorboards that I removed. None of them have any stuff on it, so it's good. I got my drill. Ooh, close all the doors. Like I said, it's made of 2 pieces, so it's like this is where the big piece ends. So in order to remove it, I have to unscrew it from the 2x4 that it is screwed to. Okay. All right, so on this side, there's a little bit of mold right here. And then on the end, there's also a little bit of mold right there. But on the back, there's no mold. So that is good. And as far as the flooring goes, flooring is pretty good, pretty solid. The floor itself could definitely use a really good vacuum. That's for sure. The floor is really dirty. But yeah, so far though, everything else looks fine. But yeah, as you can see right here, there's a little bit of a opening. There's some mold around the seat belt here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to spray all this stuff down with Lysol to get rid of it. But for the most part, not as bad. It's not terrible. Definitely could be worse. So yeah, I'm gonna spray this, leave it on for a few minutes, and then we are going to dry it off as much as I can with a paper towel, and then we're gonna sand it off tomorrow morning. So that's the goal. And then we're obviously going to clean up the floor, spray up all of the other mold areas over there. I want to vacuum underneath the flooring and really get a good clean and fill these little gaps as well, because within these little gaps I'm collecting a lot of debris and crumbs. So I want to get rid of those gaps as well. So I'm probably going to continue this project in the morning once I assess how bad it is. But yeah, there's no mold in this area either, so that's good. Flooring is good. Geez, like, did I even bother to vacuum before I put in the floor? Honestly, I don't think I did. Moment of truth. Okay, flooring looks good, even in the back. Let's see here. Yep, flooring looks good. I don't see any mold. I'm gonna assess the back a little bit. What's this here? That looks like mold to me. That looks like black mold, actually. Like the worst kind of mold. Let's see here. I can't really tell if it's mold or if it's stain, but just to be safe, I'm going to spray it down. Okay. Whew. All right, let's grab the Lysol right here. And then also right here. I want to get this area, but I don't want to. I want to make sure it gets airflow after I spray it, so it can dry properly. So I'm gonna put something underneath it to give it some airflow. All right, y'all, so as you can see, I'm back in the cabin. The cabin is super cute. I decided not to go to Home Depot because it's already dark and I don't want to rush my trip to Home Depot. I want to be able to, because there's also other stores that I want to hit up, so I don't want to rush myself to try to get everything done. And I also want to take stock of all of the tools that I have, so I don't like buy more stuff, and I want to make sure like everything is like planned accordingly, so I don't end up over purchasing things that I don't need. So as far as the framing in my trunk, pretty much like, I don't want to say everything in my trunk, but majority of things in my trunk were affected, heavily affected by the mold. So I want to make sure that all of those things were sprayed down. I didn't bring anything in the cabin that has mold. The framing, the main thing that had mold in my van in the trunk was the carpeting and the framing. And the framing is outside. It actually was wet to the touch. The 2x4s were wet to the touch. So the condensation was pretty freaking bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was so bad. The condensation was so bad in the trunk. And as you guys can see from the video that I showed you in the previous clip, it was really bad and it spread pretty far out. So some of you guys recommended that I use Lysol. So far I had sprayed all of the flooring with Lysol, and I'm allowing that to sit at the moment. It's been sitting for, I want to say, about like 7 to 10 minutes now. I'm allowing that to sit, and then later on I'm going to go in and I'm going to wipe it off, mainly because it's wood and I don't want to leave it wet. But in order to disinfect, you do have to leave it wet, and leave it wet for 10 minutes and then allow it to air dry. So I'm gonna just wipe it off, and I'm going to roll down the van windows to allow it to air dry throughout the night, and come back tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna run to Home Depot tomorrow morning to get, you know, mold prevention items, things. I told you guys about the polyurethane that I saw in the store earlier. Today I was gonna grab something similar, or either that or something similar, to basically seal all of the mold, or to seal all of the wood that I had in my van, to ensure that none of it gets ruined. Now, as far as the wood and the extra plywood that I had underneath my flooring that I pulled out in that clip, none of it was affected by mold. But right now I'm honestly kind of burnt out. Just taking the stuff out of my car into this cabin was a lot of work, and plus check-in time was 4, and at this point it's like 6:30, somewhere around there. So it took me about like 2 hours to get everything out of my van, and I'm a little burnt out. Today has been a long day, and the mold the mold has been affecting me. Considering what I found in my trunk area and in that space, and how much more mold that I found, it makes sense why I was feeling the way I've been feeling the past few weeks. I've just been feeling like really sluggish, and I've been feeling like sometimes I can't remember like what I'm saying, or I can't remember like I can't finish my sentences, and it's been hard for me to feel motivated to film more videos and stuff like that, and just like overall feeling sluggish. Now, part of it could be like my luteal phase, if you know, you know, but part of it could be that. But part of it was probably the mold situation. So just like being in this cabin, I do feel like more energized, and I do feel like more optimistic and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that I am fixing this problem. So as far as this video goes, because I know I'm going to get a lot of comments about what I should do and this and the third, just know that by the time this video is posted, because I only have 3 additional nights here, and like 3 additional days here. So I don't want to take this time to like edit my videos. I want to take this time to actually eradicate the problem and do the things that I need to do to utilize this space as much as possible. So I don't really want to spend time editing my videos. I'm just going to edit them after I leave the cabin. So by the time you guys see this video, I would have already put like my stuff back and stuff like that. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions going forward, because at this point, yeah, I'm going to just put, you know, clean up as much mold as I can. I'm going, like, this is like a fresh can, so I'm going to Lysol the F out of my van. I'm gonna Lysol drench pretty much my van in Lysol and allow it to air dry overnight, and hopefully that will help the issue. I'm gonna try to wipe down as much dead mold as I can. So with that being said, tonight I'm just going to focus on trying to organize everything, because y'all, I have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in my car, and I didn't realize how much stuff I had in my car. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in my car. So I want to get rid of at least 25% of the things that I have. That's the goal, is to get rid of 25% of the things that I have, to kind of create more airflow and stuff like that. And I bought some extra towels and some, like, a duster, because yeah, my EcoFlow is collecting dust. My IceCo in the little vent is collecting dust, so I want to like dust all those clean and like basically like do a thorough clean, because spring is coming, the real new year is coming. So I'm just trying to, you know, prep for that. So as far as these cleanings go, I'm actually going to make it a point, especially since I am a full-time van lifer, I'm going to make it a point to like rent out cabins like once every 3 months or so, and kind of pull everything out and do a deep clean, to kind of give it a fresh feel, and just to kind of monitor how things are going in my van. So yeah, what else? I think that's pretty much everything. I just want to get as much done as I can tonight, and hopefully get even more stuff done tomorrow. So yeah, I'm just trying to do as much as I can. So I will talk to y'all in my next one. Bye.